just on the way to my yearly Kennedy's disease checkup at the ALS clinic here in Calgary at South Health campus. I'm going to be meeting with the neurologist today and the respiratory specialist, and yeah, hopefully we get a video with a neurologist kind of going over what Kennedy's disease is in a nutshell, and it's just something that I want to share more about, and I'm kind of hoping to take you guys on this journey of what Kennedy's disease is going to look like when it manifests in me more. As I age, the symptoms are going to come out more and more, and I think it's a cool opportunity to kind of share my experience and my journey with a neurological disease, especially since, you know, I enjoy the gym so much, and it's going to be interesting what that kind of aspect of my life evolves into. Today we're at the Motor Neuron Disease Clinic, and I'm joined by Dr. Jewett, and he's going to share a little bit about Kennedy's disease and disease that I have, and a little bit about the work they do here.
Hey, I'm Dr. Jewett. I'm a neurologist, and I work here in the Motor Neuron Disease Clinic. And yeah, we treat Kennedy's disease here, and the other name for Kennedy's disease is spinal bulbar muscular dystrophy. It's a genetic disease that has a bit of an unusual inheritance pattern, so it's called an X-linked genetic disease, and that means it's passed down from mothers in the X chromosome to their sons. You have a daughter, so you will have passed an X chromosome onto your daughter, but your daughter has two X chromosomes, and so she's very, very unlikely to have any manifestations or symptoms of the disease, but she could pass that on to a son in the future. So it kind of skips generations a little bit, going through moms to their sons who can have symptoms and then passed on potentially to daughters. And typically the symptoms are weakness in the arms and legs, and also some swallowing difficulty. And you're on the young side, actually. Most people have symptoms starting around their 40s, and you don't have a lot of symptoms, but many people don't know they have the disease until they've had symptoms for several years in their 50s. SBMA, or spinal bulbar muscular dystrophy, also known as Kennedy's disease, because it's a genetic disease, there can be little populations in the world that have more of that disease because they have a population that is, making babies that pass on the disease. And so one of those populations is the Indigenous population of Western Canada, and really mostly in the prairie region. And so this disease is really well known in some of the Western Canadian Indigenous communities, where they'll have legends and stories about this for generations and generations. And so it's common that people with Indigenous heritage will have this disease.
Well, thank you for doing the video. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.